Welcome back to TesLUCKY, the YouTube channel where you can follow the adventures of Lucky the Tesla. It's Monday, March 16, 2020, except it isn't. It's actually Monday, April 20th, 2020, and I'm just getting around to editing the first video in our Leaving Las Vegas road trip series. Hey, there's Carly. Hi, Carly. Isn't she cute? We got an early start. Here we are at the beginning of the day in our garage in Las Vegas. We packed Lucky, not as full as the last time that we left. There's Mandy in the back seat in her little apartment, all ready to go. Here I am. It's about 7:15 and we're about to head out. This is the last picture I took on the road that we lived in 6 or 7 months in Las Vegas. A few other pictures as we get started. I am really going to miss the Tesla Superchargers at the Station Casino. Gosh, they were my favorite. And driving out to Boulder City in and around Hoover Dam, oh, just loved it out there so much. Hey, there's my husband. And an alien named Alan. He was, okay, so here's the story. There's Storm passing us right now in his Jeep Gladiator. So we moved to Las Vegas. We thought we were going to be there for 3 to 5 years. Turns out we were only there for about 7 months due to some unexpected developments in the corporate world that I won't go into. But anyway, we were planning to move back to Florida at the end of the school year, and then the coronavirus hit. And we just felt like we needed to get back to our home state a little bit quicker. There was so many unprecedented and unexpected things going on in the world. So we kind of like packed up our house in like 3 days and hit the road to get back to Florida. So here we are. This is video number 1 in our TesLUCKY series, Leaving Las Vegas. This is a very different sort of road trip than any road trip we've taken in the past. I'm going to explain why. But anyway, first of all, as it relates to our channel, if you already love Tesla, if you're thinking about buying a Tesla, or if you're just curious about electric vehicles in general, please subscribe to our channel, TesLUCKY. All of our videos are Tesla related. So what we're going to do in this video, basically in the first third, I'm going to show you pictures and video clips from the first day of driving, including this one here at the Supercharger in Kingman, Arizona, and here at the Supercharger in Flagstaff, Arizona. And then in the second third, I'm going to show you some Teslastics data from our drive. Look at that. We pulled in at 6% battery at Flagstaff, Arizona. No range anxiety for me. No siree. And the last third, we're going to be showing you some Autopilot Drive Time in the beautiful Continental Drive in New Mexico, which was my favorite part of the drive. This was a train in Arizona that I just thought loved how this picture turned out of this train that we were driving along past in Arizona on our way to New Mexico. Here we are arriving in New Mexico. And let's see, what else can I tell you about the drive? We were trying to get basically from point A to point B as quickly as we could. It took us 4 days. It was about 2,800 miles, and we basically just drove, charged, and slept and ate while we charged, and just, tried to get from Nevada to Florida as quickly as we can in an electric vehicle. Okay, so this is Gallup, New Mexico. This is one of my favorite charging spots, and I'll show you why here in a second. So yeah, it's the age of coronavirus, and I was using a Clorox wipe to wipe down the handles of the chargers before using them. In hindsight, I probably should have had on surgical gloves or cleaning gloves, but I didn't have them. So I was doing the best that I could with what I had, but I was cleaning all the superchargers every stop of the way. It only took me a minute or two to kind of wipe down the other superchargers there, just in case there happened to be virus on the superchargers and somebody else were to come along and charge and not think about it. So it just seemed like a small thing to do to try to put some positive energy in the world, and I definitely believe in karma and don't want any Tesla drivers to get coronavirus. So yeah, this was my routine at every Tesla charger. This one's beautiful. I loved New Mexico. Here's Lucky, the star of our channel. She's still looking pretty clean because we had only left that day. And this supercharger is here at a Hampton Inn, and I love their little sign over there. It says, "Welcome Tesla cars, free Wi-Fi." There's a good shot of the ground. Oh, and I love this too. Making you happy makes us happy. I just always, and then look, it says hello on the door. This is the second time I got the opportunity to charge in Gallup, New Mexico, and I just love this little supercharger. I wish it could have worked out that we could have stayed here overnight, but we actually needed to get a little bit further down the road than Gallup, New Mexico. Hello. Oh, look at that. Cover your mouth. Cover your cough. All right, you're about to see Storm driving in here any minute. We would often we were driving together, but we would often kind of like separate, and I would drive faster. I'm pointing to him there where the superchargers are. I would actually drive faster to arrive at the superchargers ahead of him so that I could plug into the superchargers like 5 or 10 minutes before he got there. And then that would shorten his wait time a little bit. All right, this is Albuquerque, New Mexico. It was our charging stop after Gallup. These pictures were actually taken in August because it was dark when we got there on this drive. And this is where we met the lovely Tesla diva, Sandra. You can see a great interview with her on Carly's Supercharger Social Time playlist. One thing I wanted to point out is everywhere we charged, I was getting up to like 140, 145 kilowatts. So really, really fast charging speeds on this drive. And here's where we ended the day at 701.5 miles on our first day driving in what I was calling our coronavirus exodus. All right, so the next segment of the video, we're going to be focusing on the data. This is the website Teslastics.com, which I really love. It's a $4 a month subscription service, gives you great customized data about your Tesla, and you can see a referral link in the description of this video. But this I just put on there because I think it's kind of cute. This is, oh look, we're going through Santa Claus right there. That was our little drive, the first segment from Henderson, Nevada to Kingman. So on the Teslastics website, you can get just all kinds of data. And like, who doesn't love data? I just love, love, love my Tesla data. You get data on the drives, data on the charges. You can see the time, the temperature, the speed, the kilowatts. I have free supercharging for life. I think the data would be in here on how much you paid for supercharging. If you do have to pay for supercharging, I mean, look at all this data. You can freeze the frame at any point in time and see just a remarkable amount of data here. I don't even know how to interpret all this data, but let me tell you, I love it. So here you can see our full day here. We had 4 main charging stops during the day. So we left the house around 7:23 a.m. Pacific. We arrived at our destination in Santa Rosa, New Mexico around 8:12 p.m. and that was Mountain Time. So we covered about 700 miles in this first day. It was 9 hours and 45 minutes of driving, and it was 3 hours and 58 minutes worth of charging. Now, That data on the Teslastics, actually, that shows the 3 hours and 48 minutes of charging, that shows all 5 charges, including our overnight destination charge. But if you take the overnight destination charge out, then we only charged for 3 hours. Is that right? 3.9 hours. Okay, I'm not sure how I did this math here, but basically we charged in Kingman, Arizona, Flagstaff, Arizona, Gallup, New Mexico, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. So we had a 52-minute charging stop, an hour and 33-minute charging stop in Flagstaff, which is about the longest you can ever need to charge in a supercharger. It's pretty rare to have to charge that long, but I actually plugged into a charger that was giving me a pretty slow charge there. I think you can see that on the screen right now. And after 9 minutes, I switched to a different charger and got a much faster charge. Then in Gallup, we charged for 46 minutes, and in Albuquerque, we charged for 44 minutes. So basically, it's about like driving 2.5 hours for every hour of charging. And I really like the charging stops. I like to get out and stretch, get something to eat, get a Diet Coke, get a Starbucks. I sometimes take naps at superchargers. I mean, I just always feel like more refreshed from having the break. Now, my husband Storm, on the other hand, would rather just like stop, get gas, go to the bathroom, get a sandwich, all in 7 minutes, and like just keep going. So I guess he and I will probably always be on polar ends of the spectrum as it comes to the road trip experience. I just think that having autopilot just makes the driving so much more pleasurable, so much easier. And I just feel so much like I have so much more energy during the drive when I take longer breaks and when I have the supercharging. But anyway, you can see all the types of data that's here on the screen, you know, for the charges. It's like just so cool to analyze the charger. Okay, now this I wanted to show you. This isn't really related to the drive day one of driving on our leaving Las Vegas road trip, but this map shows all the places that Lucky has been since we owned her and since we signed up for the Teslastics service. And now this is a really good example right here about why Tesla drivers should not commit crimes. They should not commit petty crimes, should not commit murder, because Teslas are like trackable. And this to me, I think, is so cool because I'm not a thief and I'm not a murderer. I'm not having any affairs. I have nothing to hide. And it shows every single place we drove Lucky during the 7 months that we lived in Las Vegas. Look at those red lines. We just drove all around Las Vegas. There's practically no part of the Las Vegas, Henderson, Summerlin area there that we didn't see. And I don't know, I just thought that this was fun, that you might enjoy seeing the fact that Teslas are just so traceable. All right, here we go. Autopilot drive time into the Continental Divide. This is pretty much my favorite part of the drive. I love New Mexico. It is so pretty. Hey, check this car out. What is this car ahead of us? Tesla. Curly. There's a Tesla. Always like seeing other Teslas on the road. Okay, so basically I'm just going to speed this up and I'm just going to let you enjoy the New Mexico scenery in the Continental Divide. It is a lovely time of evening here, and I just this drive just gets prettier and prettier the further we go. So This Autopilot Drive Time segment will take you into the end of the video. We thank you for watching TesLUCKY, and we hope that you will subscribe so that you will be able to come back and watch day 2 of driving. Excuse me, I need to drink some water. The next, I'm not re-recording this just because I started coughing like 15 minutes into this video. Hold on. Okay, we hope you will subscribe, and within another week or two we'll be posting the second video in this series. I'll be putting a playlist together, our Leaving Las Vegas road trip vlog series, where I'll show you the details and tell you about our drive from Santa Rosa, New Mexico, all the way into Louisiana. We drove all the way west to east through the great big state of Texas in a single day. We covered a lot of miles that day and have some great pictures and video and data to share with you. So enjoy the rest of the Continental Divide and stay safe and healthy, everyone. Thank you for watching TesLUCKY.